the captain. No smoking. N-O-S-M-O-K-I-N-G. No smoking.
These images behind me come from a variety of different museums. These are claimed missing links. And by the way, you don't just need the missing links going from the monkeys to the people, or they like the word primates to the people, because that makes it better. They used to claim that man evolved from the orangutan, but they had to stop stating that because we began finding ancient orangutans and they were 15 feet tall or more. But these are images of claimed missing links. Go ahead and just take a look at these, and I want to pose the question to you. I want you to take this serious. Just think about it a little bit at the college level. So 3 questions that I think are probably the most important questions you could ever ask in this place. I mean, if you were taking a trip just overseas for 2 weeks, you'd pack your bags, you would plan ahead. But the questions of who are we? Where do we come from? What happens next? And I submit to your hands that all of the major Western institutions, this behind me is the answer. And by the way, you don't just need monkeys becoming men, you also have to answer the question, what led to the monkeys? And that one's actually worse and harder. This is what they're presenting you at the universities. Here is a couple more of them. This is a Lucy display. Here's another one over here. This is real. This is what's actually presented. And I want to pose to your hands, no matter who you are, how many monkeys, or let's use the technical term, how many primates, how many of these things, how many monkey men would we have to breed? How many monkeys would you have to breed of any type that you want before you got people? Even a child would chuckle at that question. You know why? Because it's a foolish question. I would compare what we're teaching with the Bigfoot people, but humbly and respectfully, that would be an insult to the Bigfoot people. But let's hit pause right there. Let's say that on your side of the screen, you say, Trey, some way or another, this has got to be real. It's got to be, no matter what, it just somehow, it just has to have happened. There just simply can't be a God. Besides, how could all the universities, surely they wouldn't teach this if it weren't correct. These are some of the smartest minds in the entire world. Okay, that's a great question. So I'd like to walk that road for a second. And remember our censoring of the carbon dating results. But speaking of missing links and monkey men, why don't we head back to Java Man, right back here on the screen behind me. This is the book Pre-Flood, and I put in there a section on the missing links. I felt like this was important to put together kind of a walkthrough of some of the major ones. So, of course, the first missing link would have been Piltdown Man. Here's Piltdown Man on the screen right here, and here's some of the articles for Piltdown Man. Now, Piltdown Man is considered the first claimed missing link. This lasted from 1912 to 1953, about 40 years. So Piltdown Man, they kept it in a locked box. And what they claimed was, well, if we let the Christians examine it, they would destroy it because they're Christians, and that's what they would do. They would absolutely destroy the evidence. We have the evidence of where we all came from in this locked box. Well, of course, after 40 years, even the science committee, because they found another one, said, well, let's open the box and see what we've got here. And it was a human skull with an orangutan jaw. You remember I told you they were always stating that man evolved from the orangutan. That's what it was. It was the famous Piltdown Man hoax. That's just what it was. So the origin of this begins, the first missing link begins with fraud, making stuff up. Now, Charles Darwin